What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Nico here with Mario and Graham. And una ako na kayo, let me just say this. Salle was not supposed to win this game. Odds didn't have them winning this game. Projections didn't have them winning this game. Except I thought they would win this game. I made a prediction
Oh
in a
my
previous
goodness.
podcast that maybe without Kian Baclaan and Mason Amos, maybe these guys might actually make it work. And at least in this game, they made it work. We saw a guy in Luis Pablo to suddenly just becoming relevant and actually could be the not breaking, but could be the turning point in his career. No matter how late, that he could be a serviceable UAP starter. And he played
Man,
so well against his former team, and yeah, yun lang naman. Lasal winning 72-69. Hell of a game as well, even though hindi nag-overtime. I wish it did. Triple OT
Mario,
sana.
By the way, guys,
Mario.
before we even started recording, y'all don't know the hell we just went through. Like literally 6 minutes before this recording, man.
Okay, let's not go there, but I may find a way to insert that. Mario, hold
If
on.
they
Before
have
you
a
go,
Patreon, if they paid,
Yeah.
you
Hey,
know,
man.
before you
okay.
go, how is that calling Lasal winning this game? Like,
I know,
maybe
right?
they can make it work. Like
Dude,
I can
this
say,
guy-
you know
this
what?
guy-
Maybe
this guy
Meralco
would-
can win the championship if they win the championship.
agendas.
I
This
told
guy,
you.
dude, I swear to God, what he literally said was, you know, guys, nobody predicted DLSU to win, but me, I thought they were gonna win. Oh, come
Like
on,
maybe
dude.
they,
Oh, come on, man. What you said was, I know what you said. What you said was, after the injury of Mason and Kian, this could be the turning point for DLSU season. What you didn't say was, on Sunday, DLSU is gonna beat UP. You did not say that. We're not doing this, man.
Di ko lang shinare sa inyo. Di ko lang shinare sa inyo
Oh
yan.
my goodness gracious, man.
stop it, bro.
Somebody,
Just
I spend way too much time talking to these people. Somebody, please, man. My sanity.
that's not saying a lot. Like maybe they can make it work. Like maybe they can't. Like you only have two options.
Oh,
Hey man,
my
Luis
God.
Pablo had something to say about that.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
go,
go.
go,
I'm
go,
gonna
go.
go there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Graham.
Go ahead.
I'll let you go, man.
Go, Graham. Sa laro na to, you said that you had Luis Pablo agendas to push.
Go.
Yeah.
Why so? Please enlighten our viewers who haven't watched the game or watched it late or didn't watch the whole thing. Why? Anong nakita mo kay
Man.
Luis Pablo in this game?
I'll tell you this. If Luis Pablo has 1 million fans, I'm one of them. If he has 100 fans, I'm one of them. If he has one fan, then I'm still breathing. If he has no fans, then I've virtually died. Luis Pablo has just, for me, kept LaSalle in the Final Four contention, and they can probably in the second round survive without Mason Amos. Because I'm not worried. I'm not really that worried about Baclaan because I know Cortez can step up, and he kind of actually only had 12 points today. But man, who led LaSalle in scoring today? One guy, LP. LP9. Luis Pablo. Luis Pablo with 14 points plus 10 on the plus minus, and also had 6 rebounds.
A steal in a block
So-
also.
Still in a block. Like we have been looking for the Mason Amos replacement. And we have mentioned a lot of names. We never mentioned Luis Pablo. LP9, man. He was
LP9. Parang
he was-
LPG, parang ano ah.
he was
LP9.
magnificent. Tonight.
Parang Scotty Thompson
Now.
9 lang ah. ST9.
Right?
Oh.
Like AK-47. There are nicknames like those na parang will catch you, like AK-47, right? Underkill Link 47, right? Like KO-88. Something like that.
JA25.
Paiba-iba na.
JA25.
AR-15.
Or BA-88.
Di ko na-
Pinadamos.
Oh my God. Okay, anyway, back to Lasal, no? Luis Pablo was bleeding on his face, no? Nakita niyo yung dalawang, what do you call this? Yung dalawang bandage. This guy said in the press conference that it was for, funny pa yung the way he said it, for the memory of Kian Baclaan and Mason Amos. I'm like, my dude, they didn't die. They just tore their MCL. But I get what he was saying. And he played tremendously. I don't think LaSalle would have won without, of course, nandyan yung Mike Phillips 12 and 19 with a steal. Nandyan yung Jacob Cortez who slice and dice his way through the defense of UP. But insa lang naman bigyan ng shoutout to si Luis Pablo. And if there's gonna be a turning point for LaSalle season, it could be this one siguro na Luis Pablo suddenly became a really serviceable starter for the Green Archers. Mario, dahil nakabukas yung camera mo, ikaw next.
Sa department.
Sa Benadamos 88 kayo na ano ah. Doon talaga yung nasira yung focus yung dalawa ah.
Man, I tell you this. As the old heads, I know we just finished the PBA pod.
Benadamos 88 ang potek.
I know we just finished the PBA pod, but remember si Jaworski nung he got a busted lip, was rushed to the hospital, tinahe 7 stitches, and then he went back sa Ultra and led Ginebra to a comeback win against Northern Consolidated, something like that. That's the birth of NSD. That's the kind of vibe. Actually, it's over exaggerating, but man, Luis Pablo was bleeding, and he was able to contribute that way for LaSalle. And they literally needed every single one of those points. So I cannot give him enough credit. But in the end, when it matters most, they went to actually, you know what? Abadam. Was it Abadam? Si Abadam yung naka 3 points, di ba?
Akala ko yung inbound na nabitawan niya yung bola kasi I thought
No, si
you were gonna go
Abadam yung
there.
naka 3 points, di ba? But
Was it
in
Abadam?
the end, when it was Abadam, number 7. In the end, when it mattered most, they went to their
EA7.
to the players that can you stop, man?
Correct simula
They
nun.
went to the players that they rely on, and nobody called this. Nobody called this. I don't care what you said, Nico, but nobody called this DLSU win over UP. You know what? The only
Except
thing
Nico,
that
except Nico, except Nico.
except Nico, but I really don't care about that. The only
Give me-
thing, brother,
give me your Gcash later.
the only thing that did not go in LaSalle's favor, actually, you know what? It kind of did, was NU winning against Ateneo, but actually it got them closer to Ateneo. So, you know, it was a good weekend for LaSalle. UST losing, they beat UP, Ateneo losing. Like,
Dude.
they are in a virtual tie for 3 right now.
You know who had a bad week in terms of what happened around the world? Ateneo had a terrible week with
3-game
what happened
losing
around
streak.
the world, man.
Man, yeah.
Everything that
Y-
could have gone wrong for Ateneo, I think went wrong for them. They lost the game against NU. UST lost to Adamson for some reason, which put Adamson back in the competition.
Yeah,
And
you
then
know,
instead
you're
of UP stepping on the hopes of DLSU, they just brought them back up. So this is probably the worst case scenario talaga for Ateneo, was for them to lose, for UST to lose, and for UP to lose. But going back to the game itself, man.
I was gonna say like where are we talking?
Yeah, my bad. Going back to the game itself, there's one thing that Graham has prophesized correctly.
Rough.
In the 1 year that he's been talking to us.
What is
There's one thing
this?
that he's gotten right so far, and it's that Jacob Cortez is gonna be a great UAAP player. Bet
He's been saying that nga. I
he's
agree.
been-
Yeah, he's been
he
saying
will
that.
outperform Kian. He will become the number 1, number 2 of DLSU. I laughed at him when he said it. I said Jacob was gonna struggle coming from NCAA, but he's been right, dude. Jacob, in their game even before this against UE, Jacob popped off for them to win that game. They should have already lost it. Jacob won them that game back. And then now in this game against UP, even if he wasn't really the one who scored the most points, ang ganda na pagtitimon
Yes.
ni Jacob, bro. It was so good. I said pagtitimon correctly, which is rare. Like,
Yeah.
Big words.
yeah, that's pretty big words from me, man. It's he's really good, man. He plays the most minutes out of everybody from DLSU. I thought
Deservingly so.
that what's his name would get minutes. Si Gomez Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he would get some more minutes, pero this is what happens now for DLSU is you have your surefire 1 and 2. 'Di ba? Alam mo na sino yung 1 and 2 mo. It could be Mike Jacob or Jacob Mike, whatever you want. So everybody else now just kind of fits into that role, and that's what Luis Pablo did perfectly, man. He fits into that role perfectly. He just has to work on his free throws. 2 for 5 isn't good, especially when it gets to those really, really deep. When it gets a lot deeper into the tournament. Pero there, if there's a game that DLSU needed to win, considering na after all of the injuries or after everybody that they've lost, this was the game to win. Kasi now kaya pa rin natin to eh. 'Di ba? Like
Yeah.
now you instead of being 3-4, you're 4-3, which is a big difference going forward. The thing I'm surprised with pa rin though, without Mason, Bright Nuanco still only had 6 minutes. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to the glory days of DLSU FSAs, dude. I think it was
Baka sabi ni Kinito, di naman natin kailangan yan.
yeah. After
Yeah, you know what?
Embala, it was ano, 'di ba? Si Tain Samuel. Was it
They kind of mishandled thing. I think he had an injury before, nilaro nila. It was a whole debacle what happened with Tyne
yeah.
Samuel, yeah.
Dude, Tain Samuel's good in the NBL, by the way. Like in the uh,
Yeah. Bata ka pa noon nung nasa Lasal siya eh. I remember that very clearly na they kind of mishandled the way they handled his injury. Sobrang nabana siya, umuwi siya after 1 year.
I remember that. Yeah, I know he went
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But dude, this is just again moving on to the UP side, man. Um, what is to really say about this UP team? Noy Remogat, I still think is where Noy Remogat goes, that's where UP goes talaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diba? Dude, 7 points from Noy. The fact that they still had the sorry, it sounds like a curse there. The fact that they still had a chance
Tama
to
ka
win.
naman. It's okay.
Yeah. The fact they still had a chance to win, even with Noy only having 7, is a major is a good thing. I want to talk about this thing. I saw somebody post this. Why does Gani Stevens now get more minutes than Sean Alter?
That's up for discussion? That's
Dude, yeah, I saw somebody, I forgot, I think it was on
wow. Okay, sige. Let's
SFCom.
go
I think
there.
it was on SFCom, yeah. I want to know what you guys think about that. I think Gani kasi he's just tougher. I think Gani's just a lot tougher
He's better
than
in all
Sean.
intangibles more than Sean Alter. I will
Yeah,
have
I think
Gani in all categories over Sean
yeah,
Alter.
exactly. I agree with you there, man. And but in all cases, in all scenarios, dude, UP probably should have won this game, but there were just some weird mistakes coming from Francis in this in the Francis Noruka, by the way, sorry. Um
Wala na ibang Francis, di ba?
but they're like, what? Wala nang Francis. It's right there. Francis Noruka. Um some weird mistakes coming from him in this game. The turnovers on multiple occasions to try and force feed Gani or not catching the ball properly. Tapos yung offensive rebound ni Boris? I forgot who did the offensive rebound. Was it?
Yung putback.
Yeah, when he mistimed his jump, that
Mm.
one surprised the yeah, it was it Boris? Wait lang. Yeah, it was Boris. It was Boris. Kasi that was supposed to lead you into
A
going
rebound
down.
with a tie game.
Yeah, it was a tie game. From 69 all, it became 69-71
Mm.
because of that rebounding error. Tapos, yeah, that's just basically it. Um, I I'm not really that worried if I'm UP. I still think UP is a lock for the Final Four. Um, they've shown a lot better than they were previously, and they're getting a good contribution right now from Terence Fortea, which I think is gonna
Yeah.
be very very massive moving forward. But I have a question for both of you guys, because I we saw it happen 2 days in a row. Yesterday, when Ateneo needed a 3, they put in Kyle Gamber, diba?
Mm.
Ice cold off the bench.
Oh, I know where you're
Today
going. Okay.
UP needed a 3, and they put in Chico Briones ice cold off the bench. What do you guys feel about those substitutions or those choices?
It could go either way eh. Kasi if it went in, we would have said, galing, great decision. Yeah, good
Yeah.
job to recognize that Chico Briones is your best three-point shooter. Ganyan. Same for Kyle Gamber. Wala, it just really, right now, kapag cold ka, the chances of you making that shot compared to all the other guys na mas babad who historically are worse three-point shooters than you, I have to put them the ball. I have to give them the ball. Kasi Sila yung mas babad sa laro eh. They're in that flow eh, in the rhythm of
Yeah.
the game. Compared sa'yo na, ang tagal mo nakaupo. Na parang, and then biglang, oh my God. Okay.
Kaya nga eh.
Yeah,
Medyo
you're right.
nabigla.
It's not like in the NFL na yung kicker
Yeah.
when they're about to be fielded to be in put in the game na parang nag-warm up sila to kick. Like pag ikaw nandun ka sa bench, nakaupo ka lang eh, 'di ba? Or you're probably standing up by clapping or for to clap. Pero not to clap doesn't sound like good. But you're not warming up at all. Basketball motion. So mahirap talaga yung tatawagin ka lang na ganun. Like si Sasha Vujacic to hit those free throws against the Celtics. Mahirap yun. So to have that kind of label na parang, oh, we're down 3. You need a shooter pero you haven't played all game. It's not an easy job to do, man. Human beings need reps. And if you're not
Yeah.
getting the reps that you need, then what are you bringing him in for?
Exactly.
Diba? It happened with Ateneo. It happened again today with UP. I said this about UP, or I'm gonna say this about UP. Two people should not walk on the streets of Katipunan today.
Sino to?
Paul Francisco and Francis Toruca. Like, you guys are not safe. Do not go near Katipunan Avenue, please. Like, not a lot of people will embrace you with love. Paul Francisco, for all the reasons I was not
He's a killer.
I was not able to talk about yesterday, but I already messaged him. And then Noruka, you're right, Mario. That is
Medyo bonehead yung last play na ginawa niya. Sayo,
that's a
wow, ano yun?
basketball masterclass. The last 5 possessions, I think, total basketball masterclass from.
Bro, I have friends from UP who messaged me after the game. Then they were like, "Bro, are you gonna talk about Nuruka?" And I was like,
Of course,
I
of
have to."
course.
And then they were like, "Yeah, because I can't believe what that man was saying." I was like, "Yeah, this is I'm not saying that Nuruka's a bad player, dude. Against that,
He's good. He's a good player.
He's a good player.
He's a good player.
Pero those
IQ lang.
last 2 minutes, those were really bad. That was really bad basketball from Francis Nuruka, dude.
Yeah, that's right. If you are a coach, save that clip and then have your big man watch. This is not how you're supposed to play basketball.
Oh, that's an interesting thing to say.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Not wrong. I don't think you're wrong. But like, I get where you're coming from.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, in this game also, UP shot 34%. LaSalle shot 40% in this game. So, this is battle of the little things, right? Kaya rin naka yung LaSalle. They were getting the stops that they needed in the moments that they needed it. And
by the way, this is the reason why Mike Phillips is gonna probably win MVP. He had 19 rebounds, dude.
Hindi tayo shocked, parang he's supposed to get 19.
Like, this is so normal. Oh, okay. Before we close, because short episode lang naman. Because to be fair, we recorded 2 in a row. I love what Coach Norman is doing with the SEA Games lineup.
Oh, ganda. He's including the young guys.
Dude, Kaimani, first of all, if Kaimani Ladi is can provide a passport before the age of 18 or 21?
16.
I
Before
was even
16,
right.
malayo.
None of the
16.
two. If Kaimani can show a passport before 16, I would have no problem putting him in the Gilas lineup with the rest of them. I know he's been struggling recently, pero iba pa rin ang abilities ni Kaimani once he's able to figure it out. And under a good coach, better than LA Tenorio na Tim Cone, I think he can figure out himself a bit better. And then the
He's
addition
lost
of Mike,
Mario, no? He's lost the MVP award. So if
Kai?
it was
Kai?
if it was close, I think Phillips
I think
especially.
he's
Parang
made it
Phillips
very-
ako ito, no? Phillips
I
ako
think he's made
right
it
now.
very hard for him to win it.
Yeah.
I think he's made it very hard for himself to win it. But you know what I will tell you is really funny. A person who people might not realize is also in the running for MVP is Dom Escobar.
He is,
Dom
because of the
has been
rebounds.
getting rebounds and assists like crazy. In the last game, he had 14, 10, and 7 against NU. Wait lang, let me double check.
With 5
Against
steals pa,
UST,
Mario. With 5 steals pa.
Yeah, with 5 steals. Against UST, he had 13 points and 20 rebounds with 5 steals also. Against UP, I think he played pretty bad
Dun yung
game this.
worst game niya, guarded by
Yeah.
Jacob Bayless.
But
Someone commented that Jacob Bayless one of the best.
yeah, whoever
You are
said that,
correct. We forgot
yeah,
about Jacob.
you
We're so
absolutely
sorry.
cooked me on that, by the way, brother. That I mean, Baila is a very good defender. I think he's better than Dom. But even in other games, dude, against LaSalle, he had 15 and 9. He's I don't think he is eclipsing Mike, pero the fact that he's getting steals and assists kasi, in terms of the statistical points, it's kind of
Laban siya.
inserting Dom into the MVP. It's kind of I know we always talk about the Kaimani kasi Kaimani is the better
The best
scorer and
player.
is the more known name or is the more well talked about name. But in terms of statistical points, andun si Dom right now. If I'm doing my math correctly, ah.
You
Yeah,
are, yeah.
he's in that conversation. He just doesn't impact Ateneo's games more than Kimani
But the UAAP does not
does.
care.
Yeah, you know, you're right. It's not the eye test for the UAP, it's the
Wala
numbers.
namang media votes sa UAAP, di ba?
Yeah. And
Wala namang...
JF20, by the way, should be in that conversation too.
Right
Who
now,
did you
the
say?
standings
Yeah,
are
JF20, the best player in the number 1 team.
JF20.
Judmar Fajardo.
Jake Figueroa.
No, it's Jake Figueroa.
Sorry,
Junmar
Jake. Junmar.
Sobra wala. Junmar
Jake
Fajardo. 20.
I was like, UAAP, JF. Yeah, Jake Figueroa.
Yeah.
Not
Wala
wrong.
ko sa sarili.
Actually, let me double check. I want to see what Jake's stats are.
Wait, so
Dude,
here are the
Jake also
standings
though,
right now.
13, 10, and 8 against Ateneo.
See?
Si Jake's in top 5. Top 5 si Jake sa alam ko eh.
2
13,
steals,
10, and
2
8,
blocks.
18 and 8 with some steals. Yeah, I think it's between. I'm obviously I'm not gonna check everybody's name on planet Earth. I'm not a robot. But like I don't think Kai is currently there right now. If I'm correct, if I'm doing my math correct, kasi he had a bad game 2 games in a row. Pero
Mhm.
I still think Mike, in terms of statistical points, again, reminder lang namin na UAAP is statistical points based. I think it currently is still Mike, pero andun si Dom and Jake Figueroa in terms of SPs.
Yeah. So after round 1, NU is 6-1. UST is 5-2. UP 4-3. LaSalle number 4, 4-3. Ateneo at 5, 4-3. Adamson 3-4. FEU 2-5. And UE 0-7 on
Why
their
is
way.
Ateneo lower than UP?
And DLSU.
Ateneo slower and LaSalle because of the
Din Lasal
quotient.
pala, din
The
Lasal.
quotient. The quotient.
Ah.
The quotients. Because Ateneo got blown out by UP.
Natalo sila ng
And
malaki
we only beat LaSalle by a few points. So someone did the quotient. Kaya ito yung final standings after
yeah.
round 1.
Oh,
Ateneo's
shit.
5.
I thought we would get it above DLSU because we beat DLSU. My
No,
bad.
because we only beat them. If we beat them by 30, kung nagstay man lang yung ano na yun, di ba? At least 15 plus. It
Yeah.
could have changed. Pero dahil ang laki, tatambakan ang Ateneo ng UP, only beat LaSalle by a few, kaya number 5
But
ang
if we
Ateneo's.
if we do it alphabetical order, then Ateneo is number 3. But that's unfair
you.
because every school's name will
Ano?
start with A.
Thank
Like
you, Graham.
Ateneo.
Thank you, Graham.
Ano, you know,
That
it's late
was
when Graham
brilliant.
says,
That was brilliant insight. Let's talk about that, man. That was great.
Can you-
Am I not making a point? Like,
no, there was no
alam
point.
mo yung mga alam mo yung mga party list sa sa balota, like puro A para mauna sila. Because
Sa Agimat party
sila
list.
yung una pipi, di ba? Agimat. Yung ako Bicol, something like that.
Oh, oy. Sensitive,
No, I'm
sensitive
just saying, I'm
topic.
just saying. Yung mga A, tsaka yung mga number.
Mm-mm.
But, man, three-way tie, third, fourth,
It's
fifth,
not a
just
three-way
like,
tie, though.
it's a three-way
It
tie. What do you
is.
mean?
It's a three-way tie. They're
4-3.
4-3.
UP
4-3
Ateneo
ang
is
third to
number
fifth.
You just said that they were third and fourth because of the quotient.
Yeah,
Yan
but
nga. Pero the
it's a
record, we're talking about the
three-way
record lang.
tie.
Record-wise lang. Just keep it record-wise lang. In a vacuum. Pero dahil
But
may
it'll never
quotient,
be a
yun yun.
three-way tie if they do it on a quotient basis.
We're just talking about the record. Just record. Like,
Yeah,
similar
Record,
record.
man. They're
Similar
all
record.
locked into to 4 and 3. So it looks like tama yung magiging prediction. I don't know who predicted that. But
You know,
it's
if
not me
Adamson
na-
didn't lose to FEU, they would have also been 4-3.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Crazy season.
hindi-
We have to watch a lot of games next round, guys.
And-
Feel ko na
and
kulang.
if-
Hindi
and-
natin masyadong nasulit yung pass natin.
Baka kayo, ga.
Ay, hindi. Nakikita tayo, Mario. Si Graham di nasulit. Tayo nakikita tayo lagi, Mario.
Bro, the PVL is on. Like, the PVL kasabay halos yan na UAP. So
He has to
I
work.
really
He has to
cannot.
work.
Honestly, dude, Ateneo was one Jared Bahay overtime away and one Kimani Ladi game winner away from being 2-5.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right. The two games that I truly believe Ateneo really won were against Adamson and DLSU, and then FEU and UE. They probably should have lost, but they ended up winning anyway. And then they really lost against UP, DLSU, and UP, UST, and NU.
Yeah. I agree, but you can say that to
For
every
everything,
game, diba? That's what you
like
always
about
say,
everything.
and I've learned that already. So man, at this point, parang yung top two teams pa lang yung medyo makakahinga ng maluwag na, ay, we're
Do you rin,
kind of,
man? Kasi
for me, they're,
honestly, 5-2 is not that far off from 4-3. It's not
Yeah,
far off at all.
magkakadikit
like
talaga.
if bagay, you're right. But I'm just
The
saying that in
yeah.
terms of dominance factor, especially UST, not NU for me. UST, they really put fear sa opponents, especially yung mga taong or yung mga team na walang pambantay kay Colin sa Kowe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Honestly,
UST.
NU has put the fear in me, if I'm being honest with you.
Yan.
Yeah,
Yan, yan.
dude. That when if Omar John is hitting mid-range jumpers, dude, it should fear everybody should fear NU.
Doon nag-change yung sa'yo, no? Yung ano sa NU, like, oh, wait.
Dude, there's just no way that that shot goes in. Like, but if it is, dude, NU, I will say it again for the if we've recorded 8 UAAP episodes, I've said it 9 times. Um, it's an insane season right now, man.
Mm.
I cannot tell you for the life of me who wins the championship. I cannot tell you
Mhm.
right now. I
Yeah,
can tell you who it won't be, but I can't tell you who it will be. Um,
man, there were, I think, no, I think ako have only swayed between Ateneo and UST. Right now, I'm out of that
Open it up.
movement.
Give it
Like
to 5 teams now. You're looking at five teams na eh.
any of those five teams, and we're probably really underrating Adamson because
Yeah, maybe
they're
six. Maybe six.
they are really just two games two upset games away from being really in that mix. And I have not remembered a season as good as this in the
yeah,
UAP na you can make a legitimate argument for everyone. That win versus UST is really big for Adamson. So yeah, round two should be nice, man. We should use our passes because a lot
We
of
I
we
use
have
people
been
my
are
using
pass
it. We have
every.
been using it.
I have to use my passes, I should say. A lot of people are buying those tickets for an extra cost and you get it for free. We're always
Hey,
honored,
yeah.
man.
Before we close, by the way, I'm just curious. I want you all to just comment it down below. I'm just curious how what you guys think about it. I didn't make this file. I'm sorry, by the way. Um, but next semester, kasi there will be no UAAP basketball for us to talk about. Obviously, because it's not available. Except 3x3 if you really want, where Zayn Mahmoud was a real player in the UST in 3x3. But next season kasi next semester will be the volleyball season of the UAAP, and let us know if you guys want us to talk about that also. Admittedly,
Try
Graham
na
is
rin natin.
probably huh?
Try na rin natin.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
admittedly, Graham is probably the most knowledgeable. Um, although
I don't work for the UAP too, so I can do that. Like it's not like
yeah,
the
like
PVL na
let
I
us
cannot say
know.
anything.
Let us know if you guys want us to talk about the UAAP volleyball next season, next semester. Kasi right now we're literally making content every day at this point. Kasi there's UAAP one day, there's a PBA the next day.
And it's
Um,
worth making content, Mario. It's
exactly,
not like
exactly.
ginagawa lang namin siya because we have to. Like
Yeah.
you really have to talk about most of these games. But like UFE, we're not supposed to talk about that.
Oh my God.
Oh.
But you know what? If what do you call this? If Francisco and Noruka should not walk in the streets of Katipunan, I should not be roaming around Recto the number of times I
You
have
should not be roaming
thrown
around.
shots at UE, man. Like,
Yeah, dude.
sorry, UE.
Dude. Like next season when we do the season 89, when we do the season 89 preview with the players, we're just not gonna invite you to the UE one. We're just not gonna make
Sinasayang natin oras si Grem eh, no?
Yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you na lang
Sa
in
other 7 schools, but you.
yeah, we just won't talk. We just won't bring you to the UE one, man. Um, but yeah, let us know what you guys think about us talking about volleyball. We're not sure if
Yeah.
people really, if there are many big fans out there of UAAP volleyball or that in general. But let us know, man.
All right.
Eh,
So that's our UAP podcast, guys. Nico here with Mario and Graham. Follow 5-star rating on Spotify, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. See you all next time.
Adios, amigos.